can't believe we're doing this, but this time we're doing a far more tasteful reaction to Dude's video. Now, spoiler alert, I have watched it, but I'm just going to go through some points and stuff that Dude has said in this video. And before I get into it, I do want to mention my gratitude and thankfulness to Dude for posting Goo Tuber content. There is such a lack of positive Goo Tuber content out there in YouTube, in the content creator universe. I don't have TikTok, and I don't really use X that much to like follow social media and content creators. And I guess the thing is, you have to kind of seek it. You have to know what you want to watch when it comes to Splatoon 3 stuff. And obviously my channel is very niche towards Goo Tuber, as you well and truly know. If you're watching this, you're aware of that. If you're coming from Dude's channel after watching this, supposedly, that's all I do, really. It's my little niche, and I'm proud of it, and I'm sticking to it. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because this blasted little petrol pump, siphon pump, is just all that matters to me in this silly game. But so Dude put up a video of him playing custom Goo Tuber, and I'm just going to
go ahead and say it. The Goo Tuber is one of the most misunderstood charges in the entire game.
Yeah, it really is, because it's like the shorter range, and some of the kits don't really make much sense. But overall, vanilla is your backline, and your custom is your more midline aggressive. That's the long story short way to describe it. But yeah,
everyone calls this weapon bad, or they call it meme or whatever. And you guys might not like me saying this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. People who call the Goo Tuber bad are people who don't know how to use the Goo Tuber. They have only ever faced people who are bad with the Goo Tuber, or they call the Goo Tuber bad without even actually using it themselves. Now,
that is spot on. The problem with Goo Tuber is that I don't know, I think because back to the Splatoon 2 days, it had a bad vibe, knowing that, because Splashdown Suction Bomb was such a what the heck is this meant to be? And like, that only had one good thing, and that was for like insta-popping the Rainmaker. And, well, to a degree, there was ways you could trap opponents. You throw a Suction Bomb behind the player, and then you splash down right in front of them, so then they're kind of like, well, there's a bomb, or you take the splashdown. But and then obviously curling bomb and inkjet, it was good for a surprise element, but you'd have to be really good with inkjet to make it work. So questionable kits from Splatoon 2 kind of tarnished reputation early on for Goo Tuber. Now in Splatoon 3 though, it's a lot more. It's got more viable comp to a degree. Like, the kits are more viable, but again, it's still a bit difficult, because again, you're playing with the lack of the range. There is the one thing, which is the 6-second swimming speed and whatnot, and the charge keep. But the nice thing that they've made in this game is that they made the 2 rings, and the first ring, if you didn't know, is 100 damage, and that's all you need to really know. So if you're coming from a shooter weapon to playing a charger, and your first charger you're picking up as a Goo Tuber, you don't have to hold down the 2 full-on rings. If you want to, you can, but you don't need to. So yeah, Goo Tuber is probably like one of the hardest weapons. I'm saying it, in the whole series, without a doubt, the hardest weapon to play, because there's just so much to know and learn about it.
Obviously, I'm not delusional, because you have other charges.
I'm delusional.
In the game, like the Sniper, like the Elite,
I'm going to be cutting around, so I'm probably not going to be reacting to everything he says, because I do have some points to make, and I'll show later to some recordings of some things I want to mention.
This is the build that we're going to be running.
Okay, so this is interesting, because I try to source kits from many places, because on X, the reason why I have X is to communicate with other Goo Tuber players, specifically Japanese ones, and it don't seem many Western players share their custom Goo Tuber kit. I've got 2 builds for this. I've got Ink Saver, special charge, quick respawn, and stealth jump, because that's for my aggressive kicks, that suits my playstyle. And the other one I've got is come back, Ink Saver sub, and also stealth jump, because that helps you play aggressively. I'll go into further detail about why I've got that kit compared to what Dude's running here. Mobility is what he's going for the most, and more shots, it seems, like more partial charge shots. The lack of sub Xavier sub or anything like that kind of tells me that he's going to be focusing a lot more using the main weapon, which you know what, I can congratulate that. I condemn it.
There are so many things.
Now, there's one game I do want to watch in particular that I do want to point at some things. So if you want to watch a full reaction to his video, you can let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to go straight to the points. There's 2 matches I want to watch and react to, and then I'll come back to my points I want to make. Okay, so this is the match I believe he does very, very well, and so let's get into it.
Alright, what do we got here?
Okay, backliners for days. Okay, so his team is very aggressive, which is great, and then the other team have got 2 backlines. Now, my immediate thought in this match is to just harass the backliners, because that's how I play, and it's a silly gameplay or play style. But we'll see what dude does here.
Really Scorcher to work with as well. I'm gonna use my fizzy bombs to start off with this one.
Good.
Since I am a charger, I feel like certain positions are gonna work for me pretty good. I also gotta be very careful, especially
yes, good realization.
So.
One thing too is that his teammates are very quick on recognizing that the opponents are going after him, and so that leaves them invulnerable, and they've taken him out as such.
And I got range, man. I got range to work with, and a hammer.
This
I've got in with a hammer a little bit.
This map is actually really good for Goo Tuber because of the shorter mid section, like you can to fight.
Take note of like how much thing I got there. There we go. Play charger mode here, maybe.
Yeah.
Close.
Nice.
I was just trying to make sure that I.
This is an aggressive position.
There we go.
He traded, but you take down the heavy.
Sure
every time you can take down the backliner is always a win for you.
Enough charge there.
Because custom Goo Tuber, it's just such an aggressive kit.
So I'm tactical anyway, so I'm coming back in straight away. So
yeah, having tactical on your team with Goo Tuber is the best. If you have a teammate who is tacticaler, you want to make sure you protect them, so then that way they can use more tacticals for you.
Not bad. I'm gonna hold this position, or continue to hold it.
Yeah, this position is good. I don't mind this at all. You could probably risk it a bit more by going up against that wall, but this is safe because you got the Explosher. And it's supposed to be the supporting heavy.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
There we go.
Maybe just hold here again?
Yeah, here's fine.
I could probably flank this one.
Oh, okay, heavy. Okay, well that's on the heavy.
There we go.
Nice shots, nice shots. Okay, it helps that he gets a shot. Oh, there's a bucket here. I rarely use that position. I use the opposite side, to be honest. But
those charges are, dude.
Okay, nice, nice. Okay. So through the whole video of dude, he talks about how the partial charge is so critical, and I'll show you quickly. Like
he's so quick.
So there's a tap. So tap shot is 40, and so anything over a tap. So if you do like maybe like a quarter or third charge between there, you get a confirm. So it's like a half charge there, so that's a kill. Yeah.
See how quick these charges
It's so quick. It's ridiculous. You got a lucky shot there. Nice. Nice.
Right.
We'll take it.
Can we get more stuff?
Yeah, can you? I think you do, don't you?
Bang.
Yeah. Like, this position is great. Like, I wouldn't go to this position, but it makes sense now. I'm seeing where his teammates are. This is a good position for him, because anything that tries to escape with his lack of aiming, like, because that's the thing with like Goo Tuber, you need to have a persistent aiming, and he talks about that in most of this video. Like, if you can hit your shots, I mean, I'm not saying that I hit every shot, because that would be just straight out lying. But yeah, it's a
bang.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Oh,
wow. Okay, it's all happening.
All right, well.
Yep, just stay there. Nice.
That was actually sick, dude.
Okay, so that was
actually insane.
Yeah, I mean, very good.
The holding off for the explosion as well. That was tasty, dude.
Because I've one trick to Goo Tuber so much. I thankfully did a 1-star challenge for every other weapon, and so during that period, I understood what each weapon, what their do's and don'ts essentially are, and you kind of figure out what those weapons' objectives are. And like an Explosher's main objective is to sit back and, like on this map, like just keep pushing zone, like keep painting zone with their shots, because not only are you getting the area and you're getting paid for your special, but you're supposed to be also getting chip damage as well as area of effect, so your teammates can do lighter work and finish off the opponents. But like stuff like that helps you understand what they need to do, and then for you as a Goo Tuber player, or when you're using Goo Tuber, I should say, you know, all right, so my favorite thing is knowing when a Hydra is starting its charger versus like how many more shots is there left until the Hydra's charges run out, like after it stops shooting. That's some good fun things to pick up when when the right time to strike is.
It's tasty. But you see what I mean though.
Also, him getting overall splatter is yeah, that reflects, because I get overall splatter so many times and I go, eh? What? Game's broken. I shouldn't be getting overall splatter.
You see what I mean? Hopefully you guys see what I mean. It's just that you hit the shots, you go crazy with this weapon. You really do, because the charge time is so quick. It's kind of like, I like to think of this weapon like I'm playing a Squiffer, but just like,
it's probably more fair to compare it to more of a Bamboo because of the quick charger compared to compared to like a Squiffer, where Squiffer is a quick charge.
I have so much more range to work with. And like, Squiffer is its own...
And also, for those nerd stats up there, Squiffer is shorter range than both Goo and Bamboo. I think Goo is slightly longer by 0.5. So, this is the game I want to watch, because I'm glad he shared his loss, because it helps me understand what went wrong and what he could have done better. No, far from it. Yes, correct.
You don't know how to use it.
Me every day. So left positioning is fine here. I would prefer if you stayed at that window. Although, in saying that, most of your teammates got the crown, most sides. Yeah, so really, I would jump out.
I'm in such a terrible spot.
Yeah, it's best that you at least make an effort to move or make some paints, because you don't want to give yourself away. Or what I would do is probably flank to the left here.
He's right. There's a guy right above there.
Oh, there's a guy right there. Okay, so maybe not moving was probably the play. Yeah, what he should have done was stay up on that window, up behind, or above on plat or street, whatever you have to call it. Not down there. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. But that's because you want to make sure your teammates are okay first. Okay, nice pick. Okay, so this is the spot I wanted to talk about. This mission is perfectly fine, despite the big obvious screen. But what I like to do is flank to that right side, because you can. They've got one backliner, and it's a dynamo. As well as, I guess you could say that the blast is also a backliner. But here you're kind of, yeah, unfortunate. Stamp is, I wish they fixed Stamp, because Stamp is so vulnerable. It doesn't work properly. Nintendo devs fix Stamp so it actually kills what it's meant to. But
control of the zone too, so
go
straight for the jump.
Not okay.
No, it's just a dynamo.
So
it's just,
yeah, so I would personally like to flank there because of my kit that I run. Like, I got the quick respawn 0.1 or 0.2 of quick super jump. That's plenty enough. And stealth jump. If you can go down that right side, not only are you getting into an aggressive position, but you can also supply your teammate a jump.
It was the wrong time to get taken out. Help me.
And also it gives you a nice partial.
But the rapids there too. Okay. Maybe I try to jump here?
Yeah, jump there and
we kill that guy?
See where you go after here.
Jump to the beacon. Oh, this beacon's not safe. Right,
Top 10 anime betrayals with that beacon placement. The whole thing with Goo Tuber is that no one knows, as dude was saying about like people who try to play it don't know how to play it. It's the same thing with people when they see a Goo Tuber, like what do we do against a Goo Tuber? It's like, oh, it's a shorter range, but no. There's, because of the accessibility we have to such a good kit, you can have good close fights. And so I think you should explore the option to flank more. Okay, so always teammates are rushing from the right side, and then someone flanking from the left side.
But it's an awkward one here, dude. Maybe I try to look for this rapid. No.
So this rapid is doing exactly what I was trying to mention about flanking, because it's so unexpected. Like, even for a blaster like that to flank. All right, well, I'm just gonna cut to the suggestions that I have for my positionings, and so we'll roll that. Okay, so let's get started on Humpback Pump Track. Now, the key to a successful flank is deceiving your opponents your movement. So it's always good to throw out a Fizzy Bomb, and obviously here it's okay. In the matches, dude was on the other side, which I don't usually do very often, as I was saying, but I like to come this way because usually, I mean, it's a bit luck dependent because on your opponents, especially if you've got like my favorite is to go against a scoped E-leader or a scoped charger. That matter of fact, the thing being that the scoped E-leader takes a long time to charge, so it's a lot of fun to come here and kind of like flank them unsuspectingly. And also, you've got such a good advantage of like painting zone and throwing stamp and whatnot. And also, being here also helps you and your teammates, I guess, too, because the enemies are in attack mode essentially, trying to get all the splats on your teammates. And what you could be doing here is just painting like that roughly and turning their ink into your ink color, and so they go from attack mode to like, oh, survival mode. I got nowhere to move because this random color came out of nowhere. And that's my favorite spot to do a humpback. We'll run through mincemeat. Pretty straightforward, this one. A good opening is basically going here, waiting to see someone goes there, throw off a Fizzy Bomb to get your path, try to distract and stall there, and then if you time it right, stall, throw a Fizzy, and up here, and go bang, 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 what you need to do. And yeah, that's a good flank for mincemeat. Now, Hagglefish itself has got a few little things here, depending on what map or stage you're playing on. But this one's my personal favorite because if you can get here, what I'd like to do is instead of having a charge, you throw a bomb there. So in that way, you've got that little bit of wall painted. And then if you sneak it up perfectly without being spotted up there, you've got a good sweep here, little jump shots. And then if you've got some time, trick shotting on the backliners or whoever's up there is always good fun. High risk, but high reward. Now, the Inkblot has one good flank, and it's very risky. So imagine that I'm facing an enemy here. The key to this one is making sure that this block is painted. Obviously I can't do a good example here, but say for example you're coming in from spawn, try to see with some bomb throws. You like to make sure you paint. You've got paint there to move. Just kind of hide your squid surge, or sorry, your hard charge keep, and bam. It's again another high risk, but if you can pull off the flank, it's great. So you're coming in, start up your charge, and just try to sneak your way up. If you've got good movement ability, then if you know how you use your techs and whatnot, you can get up here in no time and cause some carnage. Schmacko-Mart, very similar to mincemeat actually. Kind of limited, but my favorite one here is, again, getting to this position, painting over that wall, just getting a little bit of extra paint. Deceiving with your Fizzy Bomb, and then slowly making your way over here, go behind the tower, and if you can get your movement right, you can be here in no time. Oh, Hydra, bang, bye bye. And then also usually have opponents up on their little plat thing here, and again just giving support and making the enemy second guess and thinking, oh, why is our paint changing color? So yeah, Sturgeon, as much as I dislike it, I actually have two spots you can do this. First one being kind of, again, deceiving off with your Fizzy stamp, Fizzy throws. But essentially, as soon as you get down here, it's a small window, but if you can do that, that's great. But otherwise, the other option is, now this is a little bit about timing, but if you paint here, and then you want to get down here quickly, hide your laser, bang. Yeah, it's a very silly option, but it works for me from time to time. But yeah, it's and then because usually if you get spotted, who knows what goes on down here? It's just utter nonsense. The problem is if you do leech out too far forward, they will see you eventually. But yeah, that's a good fun flanking option because they don't suspect it. And if you get lucky, yeah, you basically see where I'm going here. Okay, so Crab Leg is probably by far one of my favorite flanks. It's a very similar to Hagglefish Marker, where you get to a spot here behind a wall, and bam, and bam. Having that great 45-degree angle over this part of the battlefield is really fun. and you can actually get some decent range on your shots here. Obviously not aiming at that thing, but you know, knowing you can get range over there. It's also good that when you get to your flanking position, just have some paint there so that if you do get spotted, you've got an escape route. So my favorite one for onsen essentially is going down here. And like, I would have done this a bit better if I was a bit more prepared, but basically what you want to do is have a stealth approach when you're coming down to this area down here. Once you paint down here, what I like to do is, imagine if you're up there, start building a charge, swim down here, and just try to navigate your way slowly and surely up here. That's one of my favorite things. The other one too, especially if you want to pick off any people that are just like to be living on the ledge, is that you come down here and try to hide your charge from supposable people that are down here. Because if you get spotted, obviously you're in a bit of a death zone. Otherwise, you can pick off people up there. You can also come over here and just pick off there. Or if you're really obvious and easy, just go like that. But yeah, that's some of my fun spots there. I won't do much of a display for this one, but basically Manta Marina is super one, that little hop over the right side of the nest, or whatever to call it. That's a good flank every now and then to do. I won't show it because it's a bit too much work, but I just thought I'd tell you, like, what you want to do on that one is make sure you have that little wall painted is enough for you to get up and jump over. And then also when you go from that little jump over wall, paint to that wall to the left and enter up into the nest. But I would recommend that you start charging, having some charge there, because otherwise when you go into a tap shot wall, you're guaranteed to lose to anyone else that isn't a shooter. Who is a shooter? Bluefin Depot. Basically, you go out towards mid. Those two little ramps you have there. You can go up there if you want to. Deceive with a fizzy bomb. And then sort of on halfway up, start charging and then swim your way up. And then that way you have enough charge by the time you get to the top to get a kill if you're lucky. Otherwise, if you deceive that way, go up the elevator, hop from the little block from the right over to the left, and you'll be able to into their spawn in no time. And yeah, that's basically all I really want to tell you about Urchin Underpass. I did a whole video about that one if you want to go check that out. Basically in mid, near the enemy's tree, there's that little ledge there, or a bigger ledge depending on what map mode it is. And yeah, that's a good spot there to pick off from the side. It's a bit, I wouldn't say it's the best, but in that map it's pretty much the only thing I can do that's kind of useful for a flank. Some of these maps I won't go into because there's not really much of a viable flank. Lemuria Hub, just go along the street, I guess, past the bridge. But it's a bit of a hard one, that one, because it's Lemuria, I don't really like that much. It's not really Goo Tuber friendly despite how big it is and open is. And I don't want to go into Flounder because Flounder shits me. But yeah, that's all the good flanks I can recommend, guys. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you're coming in from Dude's channel, if you've watched or reacted to this, I'm assuming he probably has or will. Yeah, that's just some of my favorite locations and favorite flanks to do in this game. And I encourage you to keep using Goo Tuber. If you want to learn more, put in the comments below or join the Goo Tuber Discord. And yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.